So apparently Jamie Foxx is coming back for Spider-Man 3 with Tom Holland playing Electro from The Amazing Spider-Man? Color me both excited and confused. What's up, everybody? It's Josh. Welcome back to the channel. Smash that like button. Let's get into this report. And this is coming from The Hollywood Reporter. And they have this as an exclusive. Spider-Man 3 Jolt. Jamie Foxx returning as Electro. And the article reads, how's that for shocking news? The next Spider-Man movie is getting a major jolt. Jamie Foxx, who played classic Spider-Man villain Electro in the Andrew Garfield starring The Amazing Spider-Man 2, is in final talks to reprise the role for the latest Spider-Man installment starring Tom Holland and being made by Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures. Now, they go on to talk about how most of the cast for the prior two Tom Holland movies are returning. They talk about how Marvel had no comment. They also talk about how this is possibly going to tie those universes together. Now, look, this is absolutely insane news. Like, what is going on? And again, we don't know what exactly the story is going to be here, and that is all we have as far as official news. Hopefully, more stuff will leak out. But what most insiders and just big fans are considering is the multiverse. This obviously has to do with the multiverse, and I literally just did a big video about the multiverse. It's got Captain America's Doctor Strange and Hydra Cap on the thumbnail. Highly recommend you go check out that video. It breaks down some of the other things happening with multiversal stuff, but I actually, even in that video, talked about Sony and Marvel and some of the weird things that are seemingly happening behind the scenes. Olivia Wilde continues to talk about Kevin Feige's involvement with the Spider-Woman movie. Marvel's giving Sony dates, and yeah, there just seems to be some really weird stuff going on there, and with all signs pointing to Doctor Strange 2 into the Multiverse of Madness being absolutely insane, and the future of Marvel having to deal with the multiverse and heading towards a Secret Wars scenario, it would just make sense that Marvel and Sony are coming to some kind of an agreement and figuring out how to make all of this make sense. Now, what I was speculating in the prior video was that the Spider-Verse and the live action version of Spider-Verse, that having a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, having an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and having a Tom Holland Spider-Man all together could be something at least teased in Doctor Strange 2 into the Multiverse of Madness. But it is also possible that while the Multiverse of Madness film is happening, Sony does its own Spider-Verse version of that story. It is possible that Sony will be building their kind of crazy thing right alongside Marvel's crazy thing and crossing over when it suits both of them. Because the Hollywood Reporter article says that Jamie Foxx is reprising his role. He is literally playing the same character for all intents and purposes that he played in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And the only other person to be able to do something like this has been J.K. Simmons, who is playing J. Jonah Jameson, or at least a new version of J. Jonah Jameson, in the Tom Holland universe, and he was also that character in Sam Raimi's universe. In fact, just to take the speculation to another level, I actually think it is possible that Tom Holland will be considered the Spider-Man of the MCU, and we might get a different actor as Peter Parker over for Sony. It could be Tobey, it could be Andrew Garfield, or it could be a completely new actor. And one of the reasons I think this is because of the way Feige is apparently casting different actors to play the version of that character from a different universe. Tom Cruise as Iron Man, John Krasinski as Captain America, right? So what if they are doing that with Sony's universe? Because really what Feige wants is he wants Tom Holland to be Spider-Man for the MCU. And really all that Sony wants is connective tissue between them so they can get some of that MCU love and some of that MCU money. And even back last year when all this crazy Sony Marvel stuff was going down, I told you guys that I thought Feige would figure out a diegetic or a within the world of the story reason for Peter Parker, Tom Holland, to jump across into a literally different universe with the Sony universe. I still believe that is ultimately what Feige wants to do, but there's no reason that he can't create connective tissue between other universes that still would give Sony what they want. So there it is, guys, the official report coming from the Hollywood Trades. I mean, this is pretty freaking solid stuff, and honestly, honestly, it's kind of mind-blowing in what it potentially means, so I leave it to you fans. What do you make of this? Jamie Foxx coming back as Electro for the next Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, and then all the general buzz with regards to what's going on between Sony and Marvel. It seems pretty crazy. Let us know what you think about it in the comment section below. And now let's shout out Groot. Yes, indeed, Emily Blunt originally went out for the Black Widow role. And now let's ask another nerd card question before we get out of here. I want to know what celebrity almost replaced Tobey Maguire in the original Spider-Man trilogy because Tobey had a back injury. If you like this video, make sure you drop a like on it. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, you are definitely going to want to change that. If you're enjoying the content over here, then you will absolutely love the live streams we do straight from Nerdvengers Tower Monday through Friday, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.